Um, First of all, I will start by apologizing because I think it will be the first one I make a presentation without going deep dive in the code, deep in the code. So I was thinking like, okay, am I really ready for this one? And also because, the DevFest season is just starting. So maybe some people who will want to join any DevFest, maybe the one in Montreal, Toronto, they might see this talk again. So I want share everything in this meeting, in this meetup, okay? So you will have a kind of a sneak peek of what I'm about to present during the DevFest. And also the second thing I would like to apologize about is I was wishing to have my daughter with me today to present the talk with me. That's crazy, right? Because she's actually the one who gave me the idea of building this. So she was like, oh, I'm tired, Daddy, I can join you today. So during the presentation, in one section, I will share with you exactly why, I was hoping her to be here to talk a little bit about the concept. So I will share with you the idea behind what we call today OloodiSafe. So simply moving to the concept to an MVP with, Flutter, quote unquote, AI, Gen AI, and some other stuff. Okay? You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Who is new with Flutter? Just for me to know, because usually when I do the presentation, I don't know. I don't want to go deep dive. So we have like 5 people who's pretty new. You ever play with Flutter who's really, really new?
I play with it.
Okay, so you play with it. So in this talk, really, I don't think we will go into Flutter. So I apologize for that in the beginning. Okay. So what are we going to cover today? The plan for me is to act a little bit like I'm in front of people who want to try that app that we're building right now. When I say we, it's actually me, myself, and some people who's helping. So the vision, I will act like I'm doing an elevator speech, a startup guy who's selling the idea. I will share with you the Lean Canva. Who's familiar with the Lean Canva? Who already heard that in the past? Lean Canva. No, never?
Sure.
You sure? For sure. So Lean Canva is actually just a framework, a tool, an approach that you have when you want to sell your startup idea, right? Just imagine you jump, we are entering together in the elevator, and I say, for example, oh, I will press one number. So before I reach my destination, you have to sell me your idea. So I can press number 1, I can press number 10. So if I press number 1, let's say you have just 10 seconds to sell me your idea, right? So that's kind of the Lean Canva. And after, we'll go to the technical aspect of, I see a typo there. It's not Flutter, it's Flutter Flow. So I will share with you some tools, some framework that we are using right now to build the app, okay? Dartfrog, Firebase, blah, blah, blah. We can name a few. The third part is, everything is around AI right now, generative AI. I will share with you, just give you kind of a sneak peek of why we want to use the AI. I think right now it's really important when we talk about the usage of AI to clarify exactly why we're using that. Because now just like AI everywhere. So the goal for me here would be to share with you why I think AI would be a good fit for this application. And you will be the one playing with the demo. So will be a little bit different this time. I won't be the one demoing the app. You will be the one playing with the app, and I hope it will work. And if we have a time, I will share with you the roadmap. So maybe tomorrow some of you will want to join and work on the project. You never know. Okay, sounds good?
Yeah.
Let's go into that. So before I jump into the project, Jim always say that I'm a GDE. Yeah, I am a GDE, and he's a GDE now, right? Yeah, I joined the program, I think 6 years ago as a GDE Flutter, and that I came from France in Europe, and I have those 2 kids who's trying their best to prevent me to spend too much time on the computer. So I spend time with them, and they keep me honest actually. So. And I like spending the time with them. I'm a geek. I define myself like a geek. Why? Because I'm just passionate about what I'm doing. So I'm doing Flutter with you, but my day-to-day, I'm leading software development department at Data Valley as a CTO. We can call it senior director. Actually, every time you go in at the airport in Montreal and you connect to the Wi-Fi, is my team behind the scene who's giving you that. Any McDonald's in Canada, when you go, you sit down, you connect to the Wi-Fi. When you do your grocery shopping at Provigo in Quebec or Loblaw in other part of Canada, also my team was building that. So all the process of giving you access to the Wi-Fi, yeah, I'm leading the team who's working on that. And I also do beat making music. That's my spare time. So if some of you like to sing or do music, yeah, I'm a beat maker back then. So yeah, I'm acting today as a GDE, Flutter, and Dart, but I will present to you OloodiSafe application from the concept to trying to build an MVP. Okay, so I would like you to do the following. Let's have this talk a little bit interactive, right? As I say, I won't go into the tech too much. If you scan this app, this QR code, you will see something. Let me know when you do that, and I will share with you the story why I'm asking you to scan the QR code. So you see in a PDF, right? Point clair. I would say in French, and sorry if some of you doesn't understand French, Guide des mesures d'urgence, so emergency measures guides. You see that PDF? Can scroll that? Yeah. Let me share the story, and that's why I was hoping my daughter to be here. Get back home. I opened the mailbox, and you know in the mailbox you have sometimes too many, I was think they give you. So this PDF that you've seen was part of the mailbox. So I take it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to throw those to the trash. So I was about to throw that to the trash. And my daughter came and said, oh, Daddy, no, let me read that one. And I'm like, yeah, why do you need that? So actually, I was really tired. It was like 6 p.m. And she started reading and she asked me a question, oh, do you know what to do if we have a earthquake? I'm like, no, I don't actually. Yeah, I know, I'm your dad, I'm your pap. Oh, come on. But actually, I'm start thinking, no, I don't know. Oh, do you know what we have to do in case of fire? Yeah, I know some. And something just happened to me. I'm like, oh, actually, I was about to throw something in the trash because usually we receive too many, right? It's kind of a spam, and maybe there's something to be done there. So that's actually how the idea started couple months ago. I was about to throw that document they sent us, and you see here Point Clair because I'm living in Point Clair, but I'm sure that they're doing the same for any, I would say, neighborhood in Montreal, and maybe every part of the world. I'm sure that in Paris, they're doing the same, Côte Saint-Luc, Longueuil, so they send that to you. And I'm going to ask you, whoever read that? Oh, you? Bam. So yeah, congrats to him. But yeah, but if you look in the room, I'm sure that all of us, sometimes we see that and we're like, okay, we don't need it, right? Actually, I definitely doesn't know what to do in case of earthquake. I think I will be shaking like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. But I actually don't know. So all those information are here. So if you scroll, they will tell you, let me just scroll to one. Oh, you need to have a plan, you need to do this, do that, do this. And I can guarantee nobody's going to read that, myself included. I was about to throw that to the trash. So that's how the idea came to my mind, and I was like, there's something to be done here. Definitely, at least, I'm not talking about the whole Canada, I'm not talking about the whole world, I'm just talking for now, at least for my neighborhood, Point Clair. Make sense? So let's go and we jump into that, and I will share with you the journey of building the app and hoping to have something that you will play with the prototype. Okay, so the link cover overview, I think I already shared that a little bit with you. The first time I talked to Jane about that, I think we were on WhatsApp. I said to Jane, oh, Jane, I have something here. And he told me, no, there's already those kind of app available. The one that Google is trying to build, Apple is trying to build. And when I searched online, I found that it was really challenging to understand what they're trying to accomplish. Are they trying just to tell me what to do in case of emergency, or are they trying to sell me something? Are they trying to educate me? So it was kind of lost there. So the problem was that. It was like, or I don't have a clear understanding of what I have to do, my family have to do, the community have to do in case of problem. And the second problem is just lack of engagement. Even if we have something that can teach us, nobody's really engaged with that. So that was a problem. And the solution was clear. From that time, we spent a month assessing what is available. It was like, okay, just build an interactive application. It's like a game, a quiz. Kids can play, teenager can play, my son, my daughter, myself included. And something, if you go to the Canadian government about the be prepared for in case of emergency, you will see that the Canadian government asks you one thing. I didn't know in the past though, now I know. Before being prepared for emergency, you need to have contact. Which neighborhood is living to the right, which one is living to the left, who can we contact in case of problems. So all those kind of information, you need to have it at least on you or to share with your family. So the community connection is really important. So those two things together was like, okay, let's build the app, put the gamification there, and now try maybe to see how the AI could help us. Any question there? Make sense? I see someone is like that. I need to raise my voice? Sure? Good. Let me know. We're in a kind of family here, right? Okay, so I share with you the inspiration behind the scene. I think in this page I already talked about identifying the need. Yeah, it's difficult for me to not go in the tech because I usually go coding. So just trying to ensure that I didn't miss something here. Okay, so in the concept of the application, the part that I'm trying my best, we're trying our best with, I think that's where Flutter will be very helpful, is to ensure that the quiz will be more interactive. Because when we build those kind of application where you are hoping actually people to engage, that's where you need to be, I would say, quote unquote, smart. And when we were brainstorming how we can engage you as a kind of fun education activity in order for people to assess their level. Okay, am I ready in case of fire? Maybe I'm not ready in case of hurricane. How do I know that? So I need to provide you something, kind of, we call it IQ score. So that's where it was clear for us that the AI need to be in the mix. Do you follow me? Do you follow me? I see faces. You want to see the code? Maybe I don't know. Okay. So before I share with you the app, where are we in the journey? What you will see, what I will share with you actually is number one, in terms of brainstorming, in terms of market research to solidify the app core feature is done. It's clear. We have right now people in Pointe Claire who's like, we made a brainstorm with the fireman, I made a brainstorm with the mayor, it's fine. The MVP, I will share with you iterative, the prototyping being done with Flutter and the Firebase. Where are we right now when I'm talking with you? We are trying to understand exactly how we're going to incorporate AI. With Google, I'm a GDE, it makes sense to go and explore a little bit Gemini. For a couple months, Gemini was, to be fair honest with you, was not really ready. When I say ready, it's comparing to other AI LLM model. I would say, for example, Mistral, Claude. When it comes to generate the content, Gemini was not really there. For the last month, Gemini is actually there. And I will stop there. When I say Gemini, when I say Claude, when I say Anthropic, does that resonate to you? Or is just make sense for everyone?
You say there is more competition between the various platforms now?
The various LLM model. Yeah, Gemini is the one provided by Google. It's kind of
which is going up the fastest. I always like Anthropic, but
I like Anthropic though. Anthropic, yeah. Anthropic is also, I would say, backed by people who's working at Google, and you have OpenAI with the GPT-4. You have Mistral in France. So yeah. So to be fair, honest with you, because I'm a GE, because we're on the Google developer group, makes sense to have, it's kind of a bias, but I have to be honest there, to assess a little bit Gemini before moving forward. And now Gemini seems okay. So testing and collecting user feedback, that's also why I'm doing those kind of conferences. I'm going out of my comfort zone by pitching something. I'm trying my best to not be like, okay, we're just coding. Let's do the exercise the proper way, because usually the dev people doesn't, I would say, know how to build product right. I've built some product in the past, but I know that we have to go to that. So the testing and the refinement of the application will come after we finish with the AI integration. Any questions so far?
Lots of questions.
Go ahead.
So what is Gen AI versus Gemini? Is it the same thing?
Say it again, say it again.
You said Gemini, you're using Gemini.
Yeah.
But before you said Gen AI.
Gen AI for generative AI.
Okay, that's what you meant.
Yeah, I meant Gen AI. Yeah, Gemini is high level when we talk about AI. And Gemini is one LLM model provided by Google.
So this kind of problem that's been sort of popping up lately with LLMs is that the data that they're training off of is becoming, without curated data, is starting to intake some AI generated data, and that's kind of like getting this weird feedback loop of degradation for some models. Is that like a problem, or like is that, do you see that maybe being a problem for?
I'm not sure I heard about when you say take the model. Can you repeat that?
So like lately, well, since LLMs have like kind of been popular, there's a lot. The training data that they do is they scrape that from online.
Yeah.
But online there's increasingly more AI generated content, which is of questionable quality. So it's also intaking poor quality.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Model, right?
Yeah. But
Which is like causing some degree of degradation of the model. Do you see that maybe being?
Absolutely, that's absolutely it's a problem. As I say, garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage in the model, if you have I would say, let's say your logic and the data that you putting inside the model, the data that the model will digest are not, I would say, accurate, doesn't provide you meaningful data, meaningful information. For sure, the output will be a problem. Here, I will share with you how we're trying to prevent from that. We're talking about retrieval augmented generation, where you kind of control the data that you want the LLM to look on, right, to work on it.
So how did Gemini get better while in the past months?
Let's come back to that, okay? Because I haven't answered, but maybe we will just talk about AI, for sure. Those questions are definitely interesting. I'm not saying I'm not responding, but I'm saying let's keep that for later. Okay, so yeah, the technology stack here. Some of you are kind of really new to Flutter, right? I would just say it's not a talk only about Flutter, but Flutter will be the best solution when you will have to build an application, and in your mind, you just close your eyes, as I'm doing. I love the framework, I'm GD, so I would like to target multiple platforms. That's your number one goal. If you're telling me tomorrow, oh, look, I will build my application will require many interaction with the low level, or maybe I will have to interact too much with the camera, maybe I will have to tune the application on iOS, on Android. I will be the first one to say, oh, a little bit pause there. Ask yourself if you really want to go with React, maybe, or Flutter. I would say maybe in that scenario, the native development will be the first thing would be you. I will be very honest with you on that. I would say, no, take your time before going with Flutter. But if you're saying, no, I would like to iterate kind of fast, I would like to not really worry about the UI and UI, I would like to have the dev tool kind of ready. I'm not really strong maybe in Java or Swift, and I would like to take a time learning a new language that maybe won't your cup of tea, but the language behind the scene is Dart, so Flutter will be the best choice. So I'm using Flutter here, first of all, because the goal is not only to have an application that will be deployed on your iOS or your Android. Actually, the demo you will play with is a progressive web app. So I would like to be able to distribute the application through the web platform. So that's why we're using Flutter. Firebase, why Firebase? Firebase was easy choice there, no brainer there. Is like, okay, we will use Firebase to put in place the authentication. In the MVP, at the prototyping phase, you authenticate with Google the database that the user interacting with is Firestore. If I will post there, if I name all those buzzwords, it makes sense for you? For some people, are they lost? You still follow me? Yeah, Firestore. And the cloud, why Google Cloud? Also, that's, I didn't say in the beginning, but I'm also a Google Cloud architect, and I was for a while a premier partner working with them. So hosting the application, when I say hosting the application, it's not a Flutter application, of course, it's not Firebase, of course, but it will be all the microservices that we're currently building, so the backend application, the backend that will serve the application, and I didn't say at the beginning that will also serve the customer. So for instance, the two customers we're working with right now is the fireman, the police, the mayor. So the community will interact with us to understand, for example, oh, if we say Point Claire, how many people are ready in case of emergency. So we were working with them to provide them those kind of information. If we see, for example, one household, they are not ready for anything, in case of fire, they don't know what to do, so they can go directly to them and help them. So those kind of information would be the backend will generate those information for them. So the Flutter for the front end, Firebase, I will say your serverless implementation, and Google Cloud just for your scalable infrastructure hosted to host your microservices. I will stop there. Make sense for you? Any question? I would like that to be kind of interactive. If you have question on this one too, not too much on AI, interrupt me.
So
Go ahead, sir.
you're using both Firebase and Google Cloud. Where does Firebase not solve your need, for example? Because there's a lot of
it's a lot of overlap, right?
Yeah.
You will say there's a lot of overlap. This is a good question. Let me maybe rephrase the question for the audience. So Paul is asking me actually, oh, Boris, why do you have Firebase on one hand and you still need Google Cloud at the other hand, right? Let's go directly to that and I can share with you. It's a good question and make a transition to a quick demo. So, okay, let me do the following. Can I? I'm trying to find, this one. Do you see? Oh, no, sorry. Okay, so I will share with you exactly what we're talking about here, okay? So why do I need Google? I need Google, first of all, as I say, for all the infrastructure. Okay, Firebase, as I mentioned, yes, if I'm building my Flutter application, just the mobile, let's say the mobile here, I have the authentication through Firebase. I have quote unquote the database with Firebase, depending, but I need more than that. So I need my infrastructure. Let's say, for example, I will share with people here, and Jean, please let me know in terms of time. You know I can talk too much.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
Good, okay. So you see here, I have kind of a breakdown of the application in a more fashioned way, right? For example, as you see here, but our friend there, Ashley, he do that better than me. I have something called here infrastructure for IAC, for infrastructure as code. So actually, I can delete all of them. I can lose my credential. I can lose everything, for example. I will press on one button on my GitHub project, and it will rebuild all the infrastructure, the security, permission, access control. So I'm doing all that through Firebase, through Google Cloud.
Via Terraform?
Yes, with Terraform. Yes, that's it. And the other thing, so let's stay on that one. The other thing is the fact that, I was talking about the microservices. The microservices actually are deployed in Google Cloud, not in Firebase. Make sense? Does that make sense for you? So yes, I can do actually everything with Firebase, but depending on the...
Firebase.
prototyping. You do it on small scale. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
No?
I'm building the application, I'm prototyping the application, but I can scale also with Firebase. Makes sense what I'm saying? I'm the prototyping phase, I will move to the MVP, but Firebase is not just for prototyping, you can scale and have millions of users on Firebase. But the question that Paul was asking is really legit in the sense that he's asking me, Boris, what do you need Google Cloud, even if you're already building with Firebase? So I explained to him why I need a little bit more than Firebase. Go ahead.
Issues for your LLM and AI workloads using Vertex, which are only available on GCP and not on Firebase?
Yeah, I will go there. That will be part of the roadmap. Yeah, that's already more than the MVP, sir. But I will touch a little bit on that for people who doesn't know.
It's really small.
Go ahead.
So just if I understood correctly,
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
reason you have both is for redundancy purposes, or?
No, it's not for redundancy purposes. It's actually two different offers. Let's go back a little bit, rewind the story for those of you who doesn't know maybe Firebase. Firebase actually was a product, let's call it standalone company before. I think back in 2008 or 07, I don't really remember the time. And Google just bought them because they were offering a better serverless approach at that time. I'm not saying it's the best now, right? Keep me honest there. And Google just bought them. So you could have actually redundancy in the offering. I would like to use the database to build my mobile application / application. If I go to Firebase, because I will code this prototyping, you will have some database there. For example, the Firestore one, right? If you go to Google Cloud, someone can ask you and say, oh, why you use Google Cloud? You don't need Google Cloud because it's too heavy or it's too big, right? So it will depend on your need. So you will have to define actually your decision tree. But in this case, I'm using Firebase, and you will play with the Apple share. We're using Firebase just for the authentication. Good, thank you. And the database. And I will use Google Cloud for more than that because I'm not just going to build a mobile application, I will build more than that. Right, okay. And you see your example here, also the way I differentiate the dev, the prop, the test, and I have more projects than that. Okay? Okay, doing more with the stack that I shared, that stack is kind of high level. Let's rewind and we go back we're in September, so start coding in June. Yeah, when we start talking about it, in June, right? I sent you the first WhatsApp message in June. So in June, I'm like, okay, I'm just bringing you in my journey now. Even if I would say Flutter GDE, you need to start from somewhere. It doesn't matter if you're an expert, an intermediate, beginner, you need to start somewhere. My goal, the goal here, actually, to be fair honest, is to go and I think we can have $1 million with this project. That's actually what they want to put on the table. So it's like 5 developers for 1 or 2 years. So cross finger, we're gonna have it. So my plan is the following. I say, okay, before the fall, I would like to have an MVP ready to go. So what am I doing? What are you going to do? Don't spend time coding just to code and say, call those guys. Oh, how I'm going to put the layout. Oh, which color is good. I'm not an expert in UX UI. I don't actually know how the app will look like because the first thing that someone will see when you download your app is the look and feel. It's not the feature. So the look and feel is really important. Boris is not an expert on that, and I'm not thinking about becoming an expert. So that's where Flutter Flow comes to the mix for me. You will hear maybe outside of that conference about Flutter Flow. More developer, Flutter guy, people are using Flutter Flow. You need to be very careful. Why are you using Flutter Flow? My answer is the following. I want to prototype quickly. I do have a kind of a marketplace where I can download a template, and I'm starting from there. And I just go, speed, right? It's not about sitting down, button, red. I'm not a UX UI guy. And if I need that here in Montreal, it's $5,000 to have one. I don't have that money for them. So I was able to move from, I have many typo errors. It's not from, it's from one developer was me to a second one in just a week. how I was able to do that. So I will share with you. Oh, if I click on it, what's going to happen? Yes. So we've built a template, this template that you're seeing here. So that's the Flutter flow. It's not a Flutter flow conference, but allow me just to share with you. It's a WYSIWYG. Boop, boop. You drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. You have your app. You have the layout. Where can I go to see the page? I'm kind of lost here. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Give me a moment. Not sharing the project. No, I'm looking for the navigation. I'm kind of lost. Boris, wake up.
You want to do, Boris?
Huh? I want to do la navigation. Navigation. You know when you see all the pages and so on. If I go maybe to preview. Yeah, preview. Yeah, this one. That is not actually the one, but I was looking for navigation. But you see, we build all the layout and we're like drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. Make sense? Okay, cool. If we have it, we can start using that. So if I come back here, I will click on this one. Boom, I can view the code. It makes sense for me. I review that page. I can copy paste and I just go fast. Okay? Make sense for you? So that's where Flutter Flow comes to the mix, and you will see the app that I will share with you will look exactly as the template. Go ahead, my man.
Quick question. So when
Yes.
you're using that, you said copy, right? So you're actually generating or playing with the layout inside of Flutter Flow, right? And then you're taking that outside of Flutter Flow to do your own customization. That's why I understand your flow.
Don't tell Flutter Flow that I say you that.
I'm
Okay, so let me share the secret, my secret sauce here. My secret sauce is the following. I'm a Flutter expert, so I know how to build. Some people here doesn't know how to build, so we're gonna have two different answers. I can't spend time, I don't wanna spend time doing the radius, I don't wanna spend time putting this layout, so I'm coming here and I copy. But me, I'm an expert, so I can build everything. Yes, go ahead.
You know that FlutterFlow has done a flow that you can export your code into a GitLab?
I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's too many answers. So don't tell them that I'm telling you, because we say, yo, Boris, come on, download. But what is not telling you there, so I will go back to his answer. I will share with you his answer. His answer is the following. Oh, sorry again. Yeah, I need to come back, right?
I think that's genius. That's the best of both worlds.
His answer is those one,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But you see the star, so you will need to pay. Don't tell them that I told you that. So you can pay, you bootstrap, boom, you move forward, and if you're sure that you don't need Flutter Flow, again, you don't need them and you just continue. That's exactly what I'm doing. We don't need a Flutter Flow anymore.
I understand.
I just need that to start, and now I'm moving. Boris didn't tell you something, right? Okay, so it will depend actually on your level. Are you a beginner, intermediate? So always put the shoes that you need depending on your skills, right? Don't just.
How involved do you want to keep?
Exactly. I don't need Flutter Flow now. It's over, and I want the $1 million on the table to hire people, and we move, and we're going to destroy that. But now I need to show you something. You're like, oh, it makes sense, and it's beautiful. So that's why. And as he said, if you want to pay, I think that's what it's doing. It just connect to the GitHub repository, and it's working with that. It will cost you the time that you need to do your thing. Right? There's no, it's not right, wrong answer. That's not the case, depending on what you need. As a junior developer, you're just starting from scratch. You don't have any clue of what Flutter is. I will tell you, you go there, you design. Actually, that's how I'm training people now. I click on it, and it makes sense for me to see. It's not a bad thing, right? That's an approach, actually, to learn, right? You look, what are you doing? Oh, makes sense. So that's what Flutter Flow will tell you here. So I come back here, 10 minutes, right? I'm good, in 10 minutes. So that's where we see the Flutter Flow. For the Google, oh, my bad. For Google Cloud, I think I already covered that. There is not too many things to share with you. I can go deep dive, but I think if you come to the Dev Fest, to my conference, it will be more than that. Okay, let's go to Dartfrog in terms of backend and Cloud Run. So Dartfrog, what is Dartfrog? The goal here for me with Dartfrog is like, oh, I know I'm kind of efficient with Dart, Java, Scala, Python, but I just like coding in Dart. So the idea for me and the team is to say, okay, we're building the front end with Dart. We're also building the back end with Dart, like full stack Dart developer, actually, right? So that's the plan here. So Dartfrog is the back end. It's like building microservices with Dart. And I will just going to share with you, without going too much into the detail, allow me to share this one with you. So here what you're seeing, for example, is a Cloud Run. That's a user management through HTTP. That one is running on GCP. And I can share with you, just to give you an overview, what are we talking about here? No, if I do like this, makes sense? Yeah, I'm just going to show. So when I was talking, I didn't cover that part, the part to the left, right? To the left that you're seeing, right? Because as I was saying to Paul when he asked me the question, those API will be available for people behind the scene. Let's say the fireman will be there, the admin will be there to register a user, to register a house, to manage a member, to manage your emergency contact. Oh, mister, how you doing? What do you have as problem? Oh, do you have someone we can contact in case of problem? Boom, they're gonna enter that. Oh, and you will just have on your phone your IQ score saying you don't know what to do in case of fire, but they will have those API. So those API that you're seeing behind the scene is built with Dartfrog, deployed on GCP, and it's a Dart code. Dart code, actually, was running in GCP. Let's come back here. I'm trying to run. Yeah, and the Firebase emulator suite is really, really crucial for us in the development phase. Why? What is it? What is Firebase emulator suite? It's actually replicating, it's a kind of mimicking the Firebase feature on your machine. It's having basically Firebase database or products running on your machine. Okay, makes sense for you? So I can share with you maybe something if I have Firebase which is actually running. This one. I'm trying to run because I think I just have like 5 or 2 minutes, huh? Yes. So what you see here is Firebase actually, but running on my machine, local machine. So you see I have some products, depending on the version. I'm not sure I updated my Firebase version locally, but you see the Firestore is running on my machine. So when I will interact with that, I will have those information I can see before using the version online. Okay. Gemini, work in progress. Can you give me 5 minutes more? Yeah. Good? Okay. Because that's where people always like, oh, it's good, it's good. But I say WIP, work in progress. Why it is work in progress? It is work in progress for many, many reasons. Ashley just asked the question. Okay, the first thing I would like to be very honest with you, how do we use Gemini or the AI that Google provides? That's the first thing. Now, with that, that's another thing. There's many ways. If you are on the cloud, actually, and you want to use the cloud without talking about Flutter, without talking about Firebase, you have the Vertex AI, I would say, offer from Google. You can use it. You can find a way to integrate it in your app. Google also provide, what I want to share with you is, did I open that? I didn't open it yet. Oh, Google AI Studio. It's coming, don't worry. I take it. Yeah, this one. That's what we call the Google AI Studio. Who know that one? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you too. So you can go there and you prototype your application. Actually, if you look online, what they're saying for the Dart developer, please, if you are directly calling Gemini API in your Dart application, be careful because that is only for prototyping. So you can go fast, you iterate fast, you see how things will be. But if you want to move to the production, you want to scale, maybe you need to think about finding a way to interact directly with Vertex AI. Okay, so that's where we are right now. That's where I'm like, okay, which one are we going? Which direction are we taking, really? So that's the first thing. Oh, you want to take a picture?
Just
Okay.
He'll send you the stuff.
I will send. Yeah, I will send you. But that's I won't say private because, but you see, it's Boris Olodi, so you can have access to that actually with the slide. Okay, and the AI will be there to help us build a quiz to assess actually your level, your readiness, I would say, in case of emergency. But you will see in the app. Let's go and let's try the app now. I was talking about the app. Let's scan the app, and what I've heard yesterday from users on iOS, they share something interesting. They say when you will have to register and answer the first quiz, you have kind of a bug. But play with the app and just take like 2-3 minutes.
So is it PWA you said?
Kind of. For now, it's the Flutter web just. Okay. So I will, for some of you, maybe. It's working or not?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy. Okay. Oh, let me share the QR code again. So the QR code is supposed to bring you to this page, right? Where you can click try the prototype. Is that? Yes, okay.
Same performance in the mobile and the web application?
Yeah, for this app, yes. Yeah, for this app, we don't need it will be the same performance. Okay. For the moment. When we integrate the AI, we will see, but for now, yeah.
Depending on the computation.
That makes sense for you? So I'm sure what you've discovered, let me share the app, play with the app with you. I will do like this, inspect, and I will go like this to play with, let's say, Pixel. I love the Pixel. Okay, I log in with Boris-Wilfried, and I'm in. Okay, so actually that's the app, right? That's the app. Those questions that you're saying in the beginning, we don't need the AI for that. I'm connecting to the app the first time. I'm living in Montreal. I never went to a kind of a drill. Let's say we responding those questions. Do you have something? No, I don't have. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Where we need the AI now? We will need it. Okay, let me continue. I forget how the app is. Okay, Boris-Wilfried, it's kind of just a prototyping for you to understand. Oh, my IQ score is 75. Maybe I can help the firemen. They can trust me if there's a problem. If someone is laid down on the floor, you guys can trust me. If I see your IQ score is maybe 35, I won't trust you. So it's kind of, that's the idea behind the scene, right? And with all of those, let's say you want to go to 100%. So that's where we will need the AI. By taking the quiz, for now we have 4 scenarios. In the future, we're hoping to have 100 scenarios. What do you do if you're in your car and you see someone, just not moving? I'm just hypothetical here. So here, for those scenarios, in order to build something really strong to ensure that people are improving, there's a lot of material online, not only in Canada, in the US, in France, in Asia. So the plan is to pool internet with all those, I would say, documents, and to have the AI help us first clean those information and to tailor the quiz for you based on your IQ score, based on your level, so I can build a dedicated quiz for each of you. So you will say, for example, I'm just hypothetical here. I would like to improve my skills with the earthquake, so I can go there. Those questions for now is not connected with the AI, but you can imagine it will be the AI who will generate those every time based on your level. Make sense for you? Is it a good scenario? Yeah. So the challenge with that is actually what he asked us. Garbage in, garbage out. So we need to ensure that what we're giving to the AI is good. And the first step now is just we're going to the Canadian government, taking the information that smart people already wrote, and we're feeding the AI with that so the AI can build a dedicated quiz for each individual. And I can tell you for now, the test we're doing, the teenager, they really like it because actually they like playing. Oh, I'm good. I'm better than you. I know what to do in case of fire. So I'm hoping to train them. They could be ready, but by fun, right? They're going to have fun. So that's the plan of OloodiSafe. That's where Flutter, AI, Firebase, I think will be helpful. So the roadmap, the first thing after I finish this talk where we're working right now is to end. Oh, I forgot. That's not this one. No, it's more this one. Yeah. So the current state I already talked about, right? Building the MVP. We're just building. So some of you want to join, I'm free to just open you the repository. I was thinking actually about putting that open source. But if you want money, we need to put it closed source. So, depend, right? So yeah, the second step, fine-tune the AI model for the quiz. I already said that. And yeah, decision to do. So Ashley just asked the question, are we going with Vertex or the official Dart? I think it will be the orange one. And I'm sure that in less than 2 weeks or a month, we will be at the MVP will be ready. Okay. You can connect with me, you can slap me, you can say it was not too much technical. Actually, I didn't know. I told him before, like, it will be the first time I won't code, I won't do any kind of thing like that. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I gave you something. Good.